Could I actually be saying these words to you? Could Naples, Florida actually be back to a balanced market? The answer isn't as clear-cut. It's a little bit yes, and it's a little bit no. Let me explain why. The answer is partly yes, because market-wide in Naples, we have just over 6 months of inventory. And here in our market, anything between 6 and 12 months of inventory is considered a balanced market. But the answer is also no, because when you drill it down to the neighborhood level, there are some neighborhoods here in Naples that have weeks of inventory, while others have well over a year of inventory. You might be wondering, what does months of inventory actually mean? It basically means that if no other homes came on the market, it would take that amount of time for that amount of inventory to sell. So let's look at some of our larger communities. For instance, in Lely Resort, there's 5.1 months of single-family home inventory and 5.5 months of condo inventory. While in Pelican Bay, there's nearly 15 months of single-family home inventory and just over 9 months of condo inventory. And in Vineyards, we have just over 5.5 months of inventory in single-family homes and just under 4 months of condo inventory. When I look at some other communities like Pelican Marsh has only 2.3 months of single-family home inventory and just under 5 months of condo inventory. And the Strand has just over 2 months of single-family home inventory and 2.5 months of condo inventory. So now you can kind of understand as to why the answer is not as clear-cut. It's a little bit yes and it's a little bit no. There are some neighborhoods in Naples that still have very little properties for sale, and the demand is still high. And then there are other communities that have an influx of inventory for sale. There are still pockets, especially along our coastline, where the inventory of properties for sale is still really high. And it's not too surprising that our coastline is seeing an influx of inventory for sale, considering that just over a year and a half ago, most of those properties were affected by Hurricane Ian. The condition of those properties is a factor, as is insurance cost and rising fees. That's a lot of things for buyers to come to terms with when wanting to buy property here in Naples, Florida, especially if they want to be close to the water. The numbers are still coming in for February, so let's look at the numbers for January. January had the highest number of new listings come to market for sale since any other January since 2020. During the month of January, 1,780 properties came to market for sale. And look, that's not too surprising given the nature of our market. Most of the people are here January, February, March, and April. We have the most tourists, snowbirds, vacationers here during those months. So it's only natural that sellers will want to put their properties on the market when the most eyeballs are here. Sales were slower this January than they were last January, with just 1,010 properties going under contract versus 1,092 going under contract last January. In January, our median closed price decreased to $607,000 from $631,000 in December. But when you break that out to condos and homes, for instance, the median closed price increased. In December, it was $750,000. In January, it was $755,000. But for condos, it decreased. In December, it was $525,000. In January, the median closed price was $475,000. Our days on market to go under contract has remained fairly steady. We're at about 61 days right now, although with more inventory coming on the market, that's likely to increase. Our inventory of properties for sale continues to climb. At the end of January, we had 4,639 properties for sale in all of Naples. That number broke down pretty evenly between single-family homes and condos. For instance, single-family homes at the end of January, there was 2,355 for sale. Condos, there was 2,304 for sale. When I look today, March 4th, I see 5,154 properties for sale in all of Naples. And again, that's breaking down pretty evenly between single-family homes and condos. For single-family homes, I'm seeing 2,561 for sale. And for condos, I'm seeing 2,593 for sale. What you also need to understand about Naples is that we are heavy with cash buyers. It's just the nature of our market. If you think that being a cash buyer here in Naples is going to give you some leverage, think again. That's not necessarily the case. In fact, both Collier and Lee County come in the top 8 places in the U.S. for cash transactions. Our area has always been heavy in cash, usually hovering between 55 and 60% of all transactions. The other thing you need to understand about our area is that a lot of our owners are second homeowners. So they are not motivated like typical sellers. And they're usually less likely to negotiate on their price or adjust their price. But the market continues to shift. And as days on market continue to climb and inventory continues to increase, that mindset will likely change. Remember, the buyer mindset has shifted from I want a home in Naples to I want the right home in Naples. I hope this gives you some insight as to what's happening here in our local real estate market. If I didn't say so before, I'm Alysia Shivers. I'm your go-to Naples, Florida real estate agent. I've lived here 24 years full time, and I've been selling real estate here for the last 13 years. If you have any questions about our market, or you're thinking about making a move here, whether you're a buyer or a seller, please call, text, or email. All my information is below. I'd be happy to help you.